Hey everyone, welcome to Let's Talk. My name is John.
And my name is Matt.
And today we are going to start our first episode of basically Matt's entire Xbox game collection, which is pretty damn huge. It's just as much as his video game collection, if not, video game movie collection, if not more. So
game collection in total is probably a little bit higher of a count than movies, but
Xbox in general, though.
Yeah, we're going to start with Xbox, my favorite console. We're going to have to break this into a lot of parts because there's this whole wall is Xbox. So I think we're going to do original Xbox. Then 360 is probably going to get broken down into two parts. And then same thing with Xbox One, Series X. And then I guess while we're talking about that console, I'll show my special edition consoles I got, little extras, and whatever else is around the room that pertains to that console.
So, without further ado, let's dive into the Xbox.
Alphabetical order, they're not in perfect alphabetical order. It's just all the A's with the A's, B's with the B's, and vice versa. So, starting with numbers, first one, I'm going to go kind of quick, and then I'll talk on the ones that I really like, or if John stops me, but I'll go kind of quick just so it's not very long. But we have 50 Cent Bulletproof, which I guess was the first 50 Cent game, which I prefer Blood on the Sand a little bit more. 4x4 Evolution Part 2. This was one of the early Xbox games I had, and I put a lot of time into that. Let's see, 007, Everything or Nothing. Now, this was actually a pretty good Bond game from what I remember.
I don't know if that's even a movie, Everything or Nothing.
I don't think it is. I think that's just a game, but this one is a movie, and that's From Russia with Love. That's
good movie.
Connery one, yep. Aggressive Inline. Now, this one's sealed. I had this on PS2. I used to play the hell out of this game. I really like this game a lot, but I don't know why I have a sealed copy. Probably because I played the PS2 version and I just acquired a sealed copy. AMF Bowling 2004.
Oh, that's what everyone's been asking for.
Yeah, I don't know how I acquired that. Amped. Now, this white sticker, this is the Microsoft sticker. So, a Microsoft employee purchased this, and they throw these stickers on it and ruin the cases for some reason.
What?
Yep. I don't know why. Area 51, this game is really fun. I actually like this game a lot.
I remember that game.
Yeah, this was a really fun game. Very hard from what I remember. Atari Anthology. Again, a lot of these, I don't know why I have some of these weird games in here. ATV Quad Power Racing 2. I put a lot of time into this one too. I was big into like all the dirt bike and racing games and stuff. This was a fun one. I remember playing a lot of that. Now this one is very strange. That's the Bible game.
Oh, that was an Xbox game.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure where this came from, but I have it.
Have you played it?
No.
Okay.
Batman Begins, which I am very interested in trying out, but it's not Rocksteady or...
That's your typical, probably, video game tie into the movie game. Yeah, that's
probably where it wasn't great. What was great...
Jesus.
What was great was Bloodwake. Bloodwake was a boat racing game, and it was almost not even like racing. There was you did missions and stuff, kind of like Spy Hunter. If you guys remember Spy Hunter, which was also an awesome game.
I do remember Spy Hunter,
which we'll get to when we get to the S's. Blood Rain.
I remember this very well.
Remember Blood Rain?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, this
I remember that the game looked better than the actual. The trailer looked better than the game.
The magazines too. Blowout. I'm not entirely sure what this is about.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool though.
Good movie.
I think at the time when I was buying, when games were very cheap, I was just buying stuff that looked interesting to me, and it was a couple dollars, so that's why I ended up picking it up. Now this one I can speak on, BMX XXX.
Oh my God, this was
you played this too, right?
Yeah, this was a big deal when it came out.
Yeah, this was a good one. I used to love this game
because we were like 12, 13 years old. We were the target audience.
Hot salty nutsack! I got a hot salty nutsack here!
Yeah, with the Dave Mirra games and all that. Yeah. Brute Force, this was a pretty iconic original Xbox game.
This I found out recently. I always thought that this was a Bungie game. And I remember specifically telling me this was the same people who made Halo kind of game. And then I didn't come back to it later and realize it's Microsoft Game Studios.
No.
So I always thought that was a Bungie game.
No, then I have the original Burnout.
Ooh, which is fun.
Yep. Burnout 2, Point of Impact, Developer's Cut.
Oh, wow.
Burnout 3, Takedown. This was a good one.
That's the first one I came to, was Takedown.
Burnout 3 was great. And then we have Burnout Revenge.
Which I had the Xbox 360 port.
Which I also have. Then we have Corvette. which is, I guess, a Corvette racing game.
They
Again,
did used to do things like that.
weird ones, right?
Yeah.
Counter-Strike. Now, this is a good
Oh.
one. PC port. Well, it's a port from a PC game. This was a fantastic multiplayer-only game. Then we had Crash Bandicoot. This is Nitro Kart and Wrath of Cortex.
Who did that?
Sierra.
I,
Pretty cool, actually. I remember playing Wrath of Cortex. I never played Nitro Kart. Here's one that I like, Crazy Taxi 3. Not the best in the franchise, but I am a big Crazy Taxi fan.
you are.
Crimson Skies. This was probably a pack-in. Yeah, because there's no barcode, not for resale. So this came with the Xbox, and this was like really where Xbox Live kind of started, was on Crimson Skies.
I've never even heard of that game, and that was a
Crimson
packet.
Skies, really?
Never heard of it, not
Seriously?
once. Now this I have.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah.
And look, Tommy Lee's on the cover.
Didn't
That's
this have a
pretty cool.
PlayStation 1 port? I feel like I played this for you on a
PS1, I don't know. It was on PS2, I know.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Here's our boy Dave Mirra, Freestyle BMX 2. This was a great one.
R.I.P.
I love Dave Mirra games. 1 and 2 were fantastic. I remember picking Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
I remember playing this game with you.
With me, right?
Up in your room up at Christine's.
Yeah, I remember picking this one up. Not because I liked volleyball.
That's
Yeah. Doom 3. This is
that's an underrated Doom game.
very
actually.
underrated, very scary, very hard. That's a good one.
Xbox had a lot of hard games.
Very hard games. Driver 3.
I had fun with this game. I know people hate it, but I had fun with Driver 3.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
because
didn't really love it.
I just remember having fun getting out of that car and like going and shooting the houses and stuff like that. It was
The
fun.
Dukes of Hazzard, Return of the General Lee.
No, I don't remember.
I
this.
was a big Dukes of Hazzard game fan. This one in particular, I don't remember if it was any good. Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
I've never played Morrowind. Have you?
I've played a little bit of it. It is... Oblivion was quite the jump ahead, and then, again, Oblivion was our favorite
Yeah,
Elder Scrolls
and people
game.
say that it's a big jump from Oblivion to Skyrim, so
Yeah.
imagine Morrowind.
Enter the Matrix. Speaking of hard games, this game was tough as hell. Never beat it. Pretty
I
cool
think this is
game,
the one
though.
where the Wachowskis actually helped make the game.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, The Evil Dead.
Ooh, I thought, yeah, there have been other Evil Dead games, huh? Because I know they just had
Yep.
one come out this past
Yeah,
year.
there's been others. Then we have the original Fable.
Oh, yeah, this was supposed
Fantastic game.
I do like the original.
Yes, good game.
But did you know there's controversy because people, like, were just not, like, they were disappointed, like, all the promises were met with that?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I remember discovering Far Cry
Far
and
Cry.
being blown away.
Yeah, you were blown away. He's not selling that short. Matt, like, literally when Far Cry came out, Matt called me. He told me everything about it. He's like, this is one of the greatest games ever. What I was blown away by was the map creation.
The map creation, the graphics, the game. This was just such an awesome game. Far Cry Instincts. Awesome game. And then we had Instincts Predator on 360, which was the port of that.
Yeah.
The original Flatout. This is another
Flatout
fun.
great.
Yeah, I love Flatout games. They're kind of like Burnout. Then we have the original Forza Motorsports.
Wow.
This is where it all began, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic game right here.
The original was great.
The original Freedom Fighters.
Now, I don't remember playing this.
I didn't play much of it, but I know Jake Baldino is always talking about this game, and I
and
just,
we're right around his age. I don't
yeah,
know
I
why.
would love to have gotten in on that. Fusion Frenzy, I know this is a big hit, a good party game, like a Mario Party clone.
I remember that being a 360 arcade game.
Probably part 2.
Ah, probably.
FIFA Street 2. Then we have the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, all 3 of them, and then this is actually just 3 and Vice City collection, and then San Andreas by itself. So I have 2 copies of each.
And
I don't know why, but
just
I think this was just a nicer box set that was complete.
I just remember during the Xbox era, these games came to PS2 about a year before they came
Way
to Xbox.
before.
Yeah, they were PS2 pretty much.
Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Then we had, I guess, Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball Maxed. This was, they completely changed the art style and everything. This was like cell shaded.
Huh.
Now we have a real heavy hitter, Half-Life 2.
Yeah, you did bring this up when we were talking about the orange box.
Gordon Freeman's my guy. I love Half-Life 2. I love the whole,
Gordon Freeman is a fan of this channel.
he is. I love the whole Half-Life series. And another series, the original Halo. Maybe the best game on the original Xbox.
Maybe the best game ever.
Maybe
if you
the
ask
best
me, it
game
is.
ever. Then we have 2 versions of Halo 2. I have the original and the collector's edition right here, the Steelbook, which is pretty cool. Also, Halo 2 multiplayer map pack.
Did you have to buy the map packs back then?
If you didn't have Xbox Live.
Huh.
Yeah, because you could download it from there and then or install it from the disc. House of the Dead 3 also had House of the Dead 2 on it, and it supported the Mad Catz light gun, which I actually still have. Then we have the Hulk. This was actually a pretty fun game.
Based on a terrible movie by Ang Lee.
Yep. Then we have another Hulk, Ultimate Destruction.
No idea.
This was an even better game.
Never even heard of that game.
This game was pretty fun too. Hunter the Reckoning.
Oh.
This was it's like a monster vampire game. This was pretty fun. I remember playing that. That was a good game. This is part 2, Hunter the Reckoning Redeemer. I never played this one, but I have it. Then we got Jade Empire. You know what it was? I was collecting only on Xbox game exclusives, so that's why I have some of these weird games that I would never play. But this is BioWare. So this was actually a very good game. This was this is what they did before Mass Effect.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yep. Then we have Jaws Unleashed.
Oh, look at that, a Jaws game.
Now we have probably the most expensive game in my Xbox collection, and that is the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Why is that so expensive?
Not sure. This is like a $100 game though.
Maybe it's because they only printed 12 copies because the game is probably not good because I've never heard of it.
Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer.
Oh, that's what everyone was asking for. They were just hammering in the extreme sports back in the early 2000s. You guys have no idea unless you were there.
Yeah. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy.
Yep. So if you guys thought they were just new to the Xbox One, that is not true.
Nope. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, official game.
Oh.
Probably terrible, but who knows?
Probably.
Then we have Manhunt.
Manhunt.
Early Rockstar game.
Yeah, controversy behind that game. Manhunt 2 is a good game too, actually. They're fun games. They're just kind of fucked up.
Max Payne.
I love Max Payne.
Never played it.
I still can't believe you've never
I
played
tried it on PC and it just wasn't running great.
I've heard that, actually.
Max Payne 2.
Also a great game. A lot of nostalgia for the Max Payne games.
Limited edition of Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf.
I feel like I've heard
Xbox exclusive.
I feel like the guys on the Xbox IGN podcast talked about that game.
A lot of the mech games are there's definitely a fan
following,
base
right?
for that. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
Oh, okay.
Then we have Monster Garage.
What the hell?
That's an exclusive too.
Looks like a Pimp My Ride kind of game.
Looks worse.
It's on Xbox Live.
I actually have Pimp My Ride. It's funny you say that.
Of course you do.
Here it is.
Oh, for when we get to
Pimp
360.
My Ride on 360. Exhibit. Motocross Mania.
You just had every extreme sports game.
This one I never played. However, I put hundreds of hours into MTX Motor Tracks. This game was amazing. This game was an exclusive X Games game. You went to Pastrana's house. Fucking awesome. This was the height of Travis Pastrana. This was a fantastic game. This was a good one too. MX 2002 featuring Ricky Carmichael. This is back when Ricky used to ride dirt bikes. Now he's just a commentator. This was a great game.
I'm sure that's because he's old.
Yep. MX Superfly featuring Ricky Carmichael.
Oh my god, Ricky Carmichael was
And if
all
you go
over
over to the PlayStation, early PS1 games were Ricky Carmichael
Yeah,
games
he
too.
was the head of MX before fucking...
He was the guy, yeah.
Before
and
Travis Pastrana.
And then they had the Jeremy McGrath.
Yeah, Jeremy McGrath. That was a big guy too.
MX and ATV Unleashed.
They still make the MX and ATV games.
I mean, do you want me to talk about sports games? I got Madden 04, Madden 06, Madden 07, Madden 08. Then I got Major League Baseball 2K5. So I think that's when the big push was on the Dreamcast, right? The first 2K games?
Yeah, well, is that ESPN?
Powered by ESPN.
Yep. So the 2K games were early in 2K5 especially, powered by ESPN. I'm a big sports fan, guys, so even though Matt's going to blow past that, I love the Madden games, and I love the Major League. 2K5 was actually a very good one. There's a big
Need
one.
for Speed Underground, much better than any of those sports games, in my opinion.
I agree with him on that, although I probably put more hours into Madden 05 and 06.
Then we have NHL 05, NHL 2K6, NCAA football 2004, NFL head coach.
Oh my god, the fact you own NFL head coach and you would never play it because you'd fucking hate that game.
you
That's
like
basically
it?
a head coach simulator.
You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it, but I liked, nowadays...
I don't know why I like this game, but this just reminds me of Xbox, the colors.
Oh, it does. That burnt orange?
Yeah,
well,
those colors on there. This is like a very early Xbox, and this is just like when you think of, you saw this like the first run. This is probably almost a launch game somewhere in that area. But I just love the colors.
It just says NFL Fever, so
Yeah,
it's probably
about
and it's got the Xbox Live, so I'm gonna guess 02.
Then I have ESPN NFL Football.
That's probably 03, 04.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. NBA Inside Drive. And now we're finally out of the sports games, and we get to Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey.
What the hell is that?
You never played Oddworld?
Never played Oddworld.
Oddworld's fun.
Really?
Yeah, Oddworld's cool. It's like an adventure game.
Huh. I'm learning all this stuff as we go.
And then we have 2 Blockbuster exclusives, Outlaw Golf. These are only on Xbox, and they were only available through Blockbuster.
That's actually, how much are those selling for now?
I don't know.
That's one you should look into. A Blockbuster exclusive.
Then
Blockbuster doesn't exist.
Then we have one of John's favorites, King Kong the Game.
When we get to the 360 one, I have a story to tell, so hang tight for when we get to 360.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Can't believe that.
Xbox.
I actually love the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. The first 3 films.
Here's a favorite, Project Gotham Racing.
Yes, which is actually a PlayStation launch title. It was the first PGR, actually.
Another exclusive, Raises Hell. Not too sure about this one.
Never heard of it. Never heard
Now,
of it.
this one caught me by surprise, and I just picked it up out of curiosity. Roller Coaster Tycoon on the original Xbox.
I was a big Roller Coaster Tycoon
On
guy.
original Xbox?
No, PC.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, but I love Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Scarface, The World Is Yours.
I feel like I remember that game being popular.
I heard it's not bad. Now, this came with my Xbox, the Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future.
That's funny, because didn't the 360 come with the Project Gotham Racing too?
Maybe.
How's the camera? How much time we have?
Well, all right, next up we have Shadow Ops Red Mercury. Never played that. Again, that's an exclusive, so I had to grab that one. The Sims.
Oh, the first Sims.
I actually played a lot of that.
Me too.
Smashing Drive. I guess this is around that Car Combat Crazy Taxi era. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. So this was one of the times when they packaged all the Sonic games together, which they've done 1,000 times since. Now, probably one of the best licensed games. Spider-Man 2. This was actually a fantastic game.
Before we got to, what was the Spider-Man game on the 360 that was good?
Spider-Man, I don't know. There's a few. SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie.
Ooh, good movie, by the way. Good movie. Yeah, fix your pants.
Then we have Spy Hunter and Spy Hunter 2. I don't know if I played much of 2, but I really, really like the original Spy Hunter. And I actually might even play that soon, because I like those games. SSX 3, Snowboarding. Then we have SSX on Tour. I think this was the better one.
SSX on Tour is the better one, yes.
Star Wars Starfighter Special Edition. I'm not big into the starfighting games. Star Wars Obi-Wan. I never played this one either. I don't know how I missed these, honestly. Battlefront. This was a fun one. This was actually a very popular one, especially on Xbox Live. You ever play the Battlefront?
No, I was never into the Star Wars games until we got to the 360 era.
Gotcha. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
I wasn't into Star Wars, actually, in general at that age.
That's true. Republic Commando. This was a cool first-person shooter. Kind of like Rainbow Six with a Star Wars paint job.
Nothing wrong with that.
You could command your crew. Then we have KOTOR, the original Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, the original Knights of the Old Republic. Remake coming pretty damn soon.
This one actually is worth a little bit of money. This is Stubbs the Zombie.
Never heard of that.
Actually, they remade it for the Xbox One. The original Test Drive.
That's not the original Test Drive.
It's not, right?
No.
Well, it is here.
Okay.
Then I have 2 copies of Test Drive Eve of Destruction, which is my favorite.
My favorite.
And this
as well.
actually is worth like $60-$70.
And that's why you have 2 of them, right?
Yeah, because I found one for a really good deal, so I picked it up.
Matt and I have a lot of memories with Test Drive.
Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 05, so I'm going to switch those because they were backwards. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, never played it.
Never heard of it.
Oh, I guess I have doubles here. True Crime Streets of LA.
People forget.
Why do I... Oh, I have a platinum edition of True Crime Streets of LA. Okay.
Don't forget about True Crime Streets of LA. Okay?
I didn't like that game.
Really?
Hated it,
I did.
actually.
You could play as Snoop Dogg, and I also like
That
its
was
sequel.
part 2.
No, are you sure?
Part 2 was Streets of New York.
It was, but I thought you could play as Snoop Dogg in LA. I could be wrong.
I don't think so. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
One of the better ones.
Tony Hawk's Underground, which is maybe the best one in my opinion.
It might be my favorite as well.
Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
I like the Underground to
I didn't
American
like
Wasteland.
Underground 2.
Here it is.
American Wasteland, fantastic game.
That's my favorite. I'm calling it now.
Project 8, also awesome game. I like
The
it a
last
lot.
good Tony Hawk game, but it's better on the 360.
The original Ghost Recon.
People forget.
Now, Ghost Recon 2, I remember we had some memories playing that game.
I sold Need for Speed Underground 2 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we picked it up at the GameSpot right
Up
over
the
here.
block, yeah. We got pizza and got
Yeah.
Need for Speed Underground 2 or Ghost
The
Recon.
original Splinter Cell. Oof.
Oh, man, I love the Splinter Cell series. One day I'll do a whole dive into that.
Yeah. Pandora tomorrow, which maybe is my favorite.
Still double H.
Which is weird. Actually, I don't know, because I know Chaos Theory is.
That's the
also-
big one. That's the
That's
one
a
everyone.
big one. Yeah, I mean, out of the original 3, I don't know. I like all 3 of them. Then we have Unreal Championship 2. Then we have WWF Raw, which was almost impossible to play.
It was so bad.
Raw 2.
Not much better.
Nope. Never played this one. WrestleMania 21.
I like that game.
Okay.
It's not as good as,
The
PS2
Warriors. This is a great game.
Rockstar.
It is Rockstar. That's why it's good.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense. Story checks out. Wolfenstein. Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, man, they've just been they're still going.
X-Men Legends.
Never played it.
Me either. And last but not least, X-Men Legends 2.
Also, never played.
That will conclude my original Xbox. I'm sorry we breezed through it, but we're actually going to see Shazam, so we are in a bit of a rush.
Yep.
But that is the original Xbox. I don't have too much to show outside of that. Once we get into the 360 area, that's my favorite console, so I have so much 360
360
stuff.
might get split into 2 parts.
Oh, I already said it's going to be 2
yeah,
parts.
because
There's no
there's
way.
too much.
Even if we breeze through it like that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's
And then
5
how many
shelves.
specialty consoles?
This video was a shelf and a half versus 5, and there I have like 6 or 7 different 360s to show off. So
And not to mention the stories.
it's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
So.
So thanks for hanging with us. We hope you enjoyed part 1. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you liked part 1, hang out for part 2. It's coming pretty soon. We hope you enjoyed part 1, though. And if you want to support this channel, like we said, liking and subscribing is the best thing. Looking for us on all podcast services. And while you're doing all that, I want you to throw on, and actually, you know what? No, paint it on your body. Write Xbox, I love Xbox, and go tell all your friends about Let's Talk Entertainment and Media while you're doing all that. And we'll be seeing you around.